Hey everyone, in this video we are going to see how to use op-amp as a comparator. So what comes to our mind when you talk of a comparator? A comparator is something which compares some values and then it will give a yes or no value, so yes or no decision. So whether the temperature is below 10 degrees Celsius or above 10 degrees Celsius. So it can have a binary answer, that is yes or no. So basically a comparator does the work of comparing two inputs, and depending on the rules, set of rules which are assigned to it, it will give the output. So that is the basic thing which will be coming to our mind when you think of a comparator. So can we create a comparator with the help of operational amplifier? So because we know, if it is a binary or a digital comparator, then we can have like this condition. So if a and b are two inputs, then 0 0 1 0 0 1 1 1. Okay, so for 0 0, neither it is greater than nor equal, so this will be both 0. And when a is 1 and b is 0, a is greater than b, yes, it will be 1 and it will be 0. If a is less than b, because a is 0 and b is 1 here, so this will be 0, this will be 1, and here they are equal, because then it will be 0 itself. Okay, because a and b are equal, so I can have another condition, a is equal to b. At that time this all will be 0 and this will be 1. So this is the comparator, that is digital comparator. A 2-bit comparator, we can say. We can have another condition where a is equal to b. So here a is equal to b, then here it will be equal to 1, because a is equal to b again. A is b and a is equal to b. 1 1, here it is 1, here it is 1. So this is a comparator in a nutshell, I can say. So this is the digital comparator. A is greater than b, a is less than b, and a is equal to b. So this is how we can get a truth table for a comparator. But I want to use the operational amplifier as a comparator, so which should do the a similar work, not the exact, so it should do the similar work. So I just shown you how a comparator works and what is the basic meaning of a comparator. Okay, so forget this. Now this op-amp gives the difference voltage between inverting and non-inverting terminals out of two. One terminal is taken as reference voltage with fixed value. So what it will do is, it will take the difference voltage between the inverting and non-inverting terminal and it will give that as the output. So it is basically taking one terminal as the reference voltage. So it may be inverting type of terminal or non-inverting type of terminal. So out of two, one will be the reference voltage and the input will be compared with that one, and the output will taken accordingly. So either this positive may be the reference voltage or that negative may be the reference voltage here. So out of two, one will be definitely the reference voltage. Okay, so what are the possible applications for this comparator? So it is used to compare two voltage signals or it decide which one is stronger or vice versa. So it can be used to compare the two voltage input signals and compare them both and decide whether the first one is greater or the second one is greater in strength. So basically we can decide which signal is stronger here. Then second application is, it can also be used to design non-sinusoidal relaxation oscillator. So we know oscillator is something which produces the waves, or it is a function generator. So there we can use the operational amplifier or operational amplifier comparator circuit to produce the relaxation oscillator. Okay, so let us see what will be the possible circuit diagram for this one. So this is a open loop configuration. As you can see, there is no feedback either through the inverting or non-inverting terminal here. So there is no feedback, so its gain will be huge. That is, if you apply 1 millivolt of input signal, then the output will be in terms of hundreds of volt, because it is like just like a ideal operational amplifier which is having infinite gain. So and you can say this is the power supply and this is the output terminal, and these are the protection diodes. So if the output goes beyond the input goes beyond this power supply range, then this op amp will get damaged. So to avoid that one, we are having this protection diode whose cutoff voltage is 0.7 volt for positive and minus 0.7 volt for negative. So they will stop the voltage at these levels. So or clip that voltage basically. So these are the protection diodes which are using. Okay, so this is the R1 resistance, and R resistance are used to limit the amount of input current flowing to the operational amplifier. So if a large current flows through the op amp circuit, then it will get damaged. So to avoid that resistance, so basically these two does the same work here. So this will also reduce the current and this will also reduce the current, so double protection is used here. So this is the input terminal and reference is taken in this case to our non-inverting terminal here. So this is the reference voltage, which is 1 volt. Okay, so 1 volt is flowing through this resistor and it will be appearing across this terminal, that is at this point. And input voltage we don't know at this moment what will be, and it will be compared. So whether V in is greater than V reference or V in is less than V reference. So if it is greater, then the output will be 1, or we can say high. If it is less, we can say output will be 0 or low. So this is the only function what it will be doing. It will just take V input voltage and it will compare with V reference. If the input voltage is greater than V reference, then output is high, or it is a higher pulse or positive pulse. And if it is a reverse of that, that is input is less than the V reference, then output is 0 or the negative pulse. So like this it will operate. So we can use to detect the peaks here. So alright, so here is the input output waveform. So this is the input waveform here. So this is the reference signal which we have applied here. So let me just draw for you. So this is the negative terminal and this we have applied a reference voltage, and this is the input voltage. Okay, so this is applied to the non-inverting terminal. Alright, so this is the reference voltage which is 1 volt actually. Okay, so this is a 1 volt peak to peak voltage, and this is the input voltage, that is a sine wave we have applied. Okay, so output will be like this. So here just compare in this window, reference voltage is less than the input voltage. So as we can see, input is higher and reference is lower, so the output will be equal to, so V input is greater than V reference, output will be high. So output is high here, so this is the high terminal. And when V input is less than V reference, output will be low. So here in this case, as we can see, V reference is positive, but as V input is negative, so V input is negative as compared to the reference voltage, so the output is going to be low. So output is low here. So as you can see, this is the lower portion. And again, when we compare in the next half cycle, input voltage is greater than the reference voltage. So if you compare here, input is at this level and reference is at this level, so this is surely higher. So the V in is greater than V reference here, then the output should go high. So this is the high pulse here. So like this we can get the output for a comparator. It will just compare the input and reference voltages and give the binary decision whether it is high or low. But if you slightly modify the circuit, and the problem with the previous circuit is that there the reference voltage is fixed. Okay, so it will be not changing according to our conditions. So once it is designed, the reference voltage will be fixed, but that will create a problem because I'm having a random signal, and if the input signal changes, I want the reference to be changed according to that. So that I can't do in the previous circuit. So what I have designed is, here I have taken a potentiometer over here. So this is the resistance of that potentiometer, and it is connected to the power supply of the op amp itself. Okay, so this is the same protection diodes and this is the input voltage. Now the input voltage is taken across the inverting terminal here, and the reference is at a non-inverting terminal. So when I move this notch to this side, the resistance is going to decrease, and if I move this side, then the resistance is going to increase. So when I move this side, the voltage is going to increase, and when I move to the other side, the resistance, due to increase in the resistance, the voltage will going to drop. So I can have a variable reference voltage. So if it is previously 1 volt, I can change it to 2 volt, 3 volt, or 4 volt according to my convenience by uh, the moving this notch on the potentiometer. So this is the facility or which is provided by this circuit, so I can change the reference voltage here. So rest other things will be common, guys. So this is just a inverting type of operational amplifier, means the output will be in opposite phase with respect to the input. So if the input is like this, the output will be a 180 degree out of phase here. So that we should keep in mind, because the input is applied to the inverting terminal here. So this is the input and it is applied to inverting terminal. So V0 will be equal to minus of Vn. So V0 will be equal to minus of Vn, that is they will be opposite in phase with respect to each other. So let us try to find out the output waveforms here. So this is the input waveform, and reference voltage is taken as usual 1 volt, and this is the input voltage, again it is taken as the same here. So here the case will be opposite. So if the input voltage is greater than V reference, so V in is greater than V reference, the output should go high. So that is high. Okay, it is going high, but it will go negative high, because this is a inverting type of operational amplifier. Output should be in out of phase with respect to the input. So it has to be, suppose it has to be like this, but it is, as it is a inverting type of operational amplifier, it should go in a negative direction. So that's why it is going like this. And when V reference is less than the gate, okay, V reference is, V in is less than the V reference, it should go low. So here that case has happened. V reference is greater than, or V in is less than the V reference, it should go low. But as it is a inverting type of operational amplifier, it will go high, because it is a negative of that one, so it will go high. It is just a opposite case of one which I have seen previously. But we can change the V reference voltage, where if it is previously here, then I can change it to 2 volt here also by rotating this notch. So that susceptibility we have in this circuit. So like this, if it is a inverting, the phase will change for 180 degree, and we are getting the opposite of the previous output. So this is how we can modify the comparator circuit to get the better results here. So whatever we have discussed until now, that is enough for our comparator discussion, but this is just extra material which we can discuss on. So what is this circuit? Is a window creator circuit. So we want some shape, so I want this as the output, or I want this spike as my output. So can we do these things with the help of comparator? So as they are giving binary output, there is a possibility to create different types of shapes here. So can we do? Yes, we can do. We can create different types of phase. We can change the time period of those pulses. All those things can be done. So how is the circuit for that one? Alright, so this is first comparator and this is the second comparator, and output of those are tied to the first one. So this is the load resistance which were applied. Then this is two-third of VCC voltage divider circuit. So by using this resistance here, we can get a two-third of VCC. So if VCC is let us say 5 volt, then here the output will be two-third of 5, that is two-third into 5 volt will be the voltage at this point, and here the voltage will be one-third of VCC. So by varying these two resistance, we can get the one-third of VCC here. So this is the upper reference voltage, and this is a lower reference voltage here. So and the non-inverting terminal input is applied for this one to the inverting terminal, and this is for this second amplifier, the input is applied to the non-inverting terminal. So that we should keep in mind, guys. For first one, the input will be applied to the non-inverting terminal, so output will be out of phase with respect to. If it has come like this, then output will be appearing like this. So this you should keep in mind, please. Okay, so now let us try to see the output waveform. So this is the input waveform which were applied. So this is the triangular wave which were applied here, and this is the upper cutoff frequency or reference voltage, and this is the lower reference voltage, that is one third of VCC and two third of VCC. So what will be happening here is, when the input is greater than the one third of VCC, that is lower cutoff frequency, the output is going to be positive here. So this is positive, and when it crosses the two third of VCC, then it will go again negative. So it is going crossing here, so it is going negative for this cycle. Again, when it crosses the positive voltage here, that is lower voltage, then so this is crossing over here again. When it is crossing from here, so again now it is greater than the input voltage, and now it has become less than the input voltage, then output is going to be negative. Okay, so this is the portion which we have interested. So this will give the window like this, that is a pulse with a time period of t. So this is the window which I have expected. So like this, if I want to make this window more like this, what I can do, we just have to change the upper cutoff or lower cutoff. So if this is the case, then I could have taken like this. So if I change the upper cutoff frequency or reference voltage to two-third to let us say more more like VCC itself. Okay, so at that time the output will be like this. So it could have a pulse with a higher time period. So like this we can change the shape of the window by changing the upper V reference and lower V reference. So this is how we can create different types of windows. So I hope you like this video. Please guys, if you are new to the channel, subscribe the channel, and if you have liked the video, please guys hit the like button. Thank you, thanks for watching.